Jake.
Jake.
Nope. All right, sorry about that. All right, my bad, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. It's been a while. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back live from the booth. Definitely been a week away for sure for myself, but hey, I'm back in here with another great broadcast in store for you guys. We have once again my brother from another mother, the Canadian himself, Mr. Speed Racer. Speed, what's going on, man?
Nothing much. Everything's great. Excited for this race tonight.
And of course, by the way, go Steelers because I know he's currently watching the Browns game since it's preseason football. But also, I do have someone. I believe this might be my first time getting a chance to do the booth with Mr. Ballstick. Buff Ballstick, welcome to the booth for the first time, man.
What's up, man? First time. Hopefully, it'll be a good time as well. Should be a great race tonight here at the Netherlands, here in the top division that we got here in NSC. Oh, that was. I can't talk tonight. I'm having a rough time.
Well, either way, though, it's definitely going to be a great time tonight because we are here at the Netherlands. And correct me if I'm wrong, the last time we was on air, I think it was Jackson Altman that got the victory, wasn't it?
Clay.
No, it was Clay. There was some late race stuff going on. Some time penalties happened, and it resulted in what we would call a Mickey win in the garage area, but a win nonetheless for Clay. I believe Jackson was on podium, finishing third, and Carlos Hines with another mistake-free race besides that time penalty came in home in second as well.
Hey, either way, though, Hayes, Clay, with the big victory, a little bit on the controversy side, but yet we are here live at the Netherlands. I think this might be my first time ever get a chance to call this race from here. I don't really know much about it, but I'm pretty sure that all three of us, myself, Balsic, and Speed, will get a chance to be quite intrigued with how this race is going to be when we get to qualifying. Guys, I mean, you guys can think of anything that's really exciting? Balsic,
So,
you,
um,
I mean, I've never raced this track, so I'm completely green and learning with you guys as well. So,
Ballstick.
well, on the contrary, I have raced this track. I was just in the D2 race that we had going on. It's a very quirky track. Will say so myself. The curbs are deadly. Very deadly. And the track has a ton of different elevation changes, and some curves even have a good amount of banking in them. So carry a lot more speed through those. Just don't want to carry too much. Then you get on the sausage curves, and around you go.
Well, either way, though, I mean, let me ask you this, though, Ballstick. Uh, could it be anything near deadlier than Saudi Arabia? Because we've seen a lot of drivers out back in week two. So, could we see anything of that for tonight?
Well, what we have here is a pretty wide open racetrack. I mean, the skinny track itself, but there's a lot of runoff. Jeddah, on the other hand, is a street circuit, so there's very very thin runways, not much runoff. So if you're getting loose by a certain corner, you're probably gonna hit the wall. And well, hopefully you wouldn't really lose much time here, but you
Mm-hmm.
got to make sure you get out of that gravel as fast as you can,
Yeah.
and hopefully not bring out a safety car.
And of course, something we do got to talk about. Correct me if I'm wrong. We went through this through the F1 season, 3 weeks now with three different winners. One being Carlos Sainz winning at Bahrain, Jackson winning at Saudi Arabia, and of course Clay winning last week. I think the big question is could we see a repeat of one of the winners, or could we be seeing a fourth different winner here?
Hmm.
I think if we do, it'll be Carlos Hines. Both races I've called, he's came across the line of first, just losing out on one on technicality. He's been super fast and hit his marks, but I mean, Clay himself is definitely fast, and I forget who won the second race, but
That was Jackson Altman that won Saudi Arabia.
yeah, he's fast too. I'm surprised Fistbuster hasn't won yet. Yeah, I'm sure he'll be looking to get his first one soon. He's super fast on every game we play here in Tennessee. But ball sick.
Um, like I will agree with you, Speed. With the only repeat winner I believe we can possibly get tonight is probably Carlos, because he has shown speed throughout the races he has run. Another guy I would keep my eye on, which you guys probably don't know him that well, is Ronnie Mac 01. He is new to the league. He's currently reserving for Alpine tonight. But tonight is his first time with custom setups, so we'll see how that goes for him. But other picks are like Killer. We got Jackson for sure. Possibly AK running up top. Dirty Boy is pretty quick. Clay. Porchy's pretty quick, but makes a few mistakes here and there. But we all do, so.
Hex is usually pretty quick himself, and he's made a lot of mistakes to start off this season, so I think he's looking for a run himself to get his season a little bit more on track to what he'd like.
Yeah, especially after last week, getting tangled up with O'Reilly there at Austria on the
Yeah.
after the safety car.
Well, either way, though, I mean, we are very intrigued for what shall be a very exciting race tonight. We'll definitely get to the team points real quick, and we'll let you know how that is going to be. A lot to look forward to. And by the way, I do want to send a shout out to Always Joker, who would normally join us here tonight, but yeah, hey, shout out to Joker. He's always been the one to help us out, so shout out to him. Real quick though, as we do get to the F1 standings, as far as the team standings, looks like it's Red Bull in 1, Williams in 2, Alpine 3, Mercedes 4, AlphaTauri in 5th, Ferrari 6th, McLaren 7th, Haas 8th, Alfa Romeo 9th, and Aston Martin in 10th. But as far as the drivers goes, I'm only going to mention the top 5. It is currently Nicholas Latifi, Ecos Blade, Killer XL, that one Portuguese, and Tiger NASCAR. How about that for your top 5, guys?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely pretty solid. I think there's a lot of fast guys that aren't quite up there yet that'll make their way up there yet. But qualifying is underway here. They're all on pit road right now, but they'll be out here shortly.
Yeah, and of course, and by the way, if you guys are watching us live on the YouTube channel, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. It's definitely been almost about 2 weeks since I've been back in the booth, but hey, I'm very happy tonight to get a chance to do the booth with two of pretty much my best friends out of everyone. Ball stick and of course speed. It's gonna be a great night. I mean, what more can you ask for? And I think we do see someone who is I would say the comedian of this league, but Fortunator, he's racing tonight, ain't he?
Yes, sir. He's in that red Ferrari with the Heredia God subbing in tonight since would have subbed in for Alpine, but Alpine is currently full. So I think he's just trying to get some more laps on his belt.
Exactly, as we do see a couple of drivers who are already out on their out lap. With Eric, we see a lot of people. And did Clay change his name?
Clay changes him to Clay Sprang as we have a caution in Sector 1 for, let me see who that was. That was Killer, already losing out of pit road. Unfortunate for him, but hopefully he gets his 10th up once again. Yep, and Wormule has already spun as well. Getting into pit road is going to be pretty rough for these drivers tonight. It gets wicked loose if you get on the gas way too early, so.
Yeah. One thing I'm noticing, as far as I'm looking from always Eric point of view, is that this track is going to be tricky, as we do see a caution up in Sector 3. It looks like a couple of drivers are getting those tires prepared. I think they're all going to be on softs, I believe. And, and of course another caution in Sector 3. As far as
Eric.
Yeah, he's
on his first flying lap of the session so far. Already spinning it out.
Stuck in the sand right there.
Oh my goodness!
Ronnie Mac also
and Ronnie!
gets loose.
Oh my goodness gracious! What is going on?
It's looking like home.
Oh my God! Eric around again! No, Eric! Oh, he might have some rear wing damage there too, backing up into that wall there.
Looks like someone's putting oil all over the track. Oh my gosh.
Well, as you mentioned, this is a very straightaway-based track. However, if you get on the gas a little too early, also, as you mentioned,
yeah,
Oh.
And as
And
we just saw, sorry, kid, go.
I was gonna say, Dallin is currently
Yep.
disqualified. What?
He parked in a dangerous position on the track. Happened to me in a different league, and it's pretty frustrating. But good thing for him, it's only qualifying, so it's not like it's the real race. So he still will obviously be racing tonight, as we have Brinkerhoff setting a lap of 1:15.066. First one across the line.
Another thing I believe I'm seeing, sorry to cut you off,
You're
but
good.
those are raindrops, folks, and everybody's qualifying in softs. So
These guys better get their laps in.
Oh my gosh. This is gonna be a fun. This could be the first stream where it's raining.
It rained during qualifying in the D2 race, and it was not fun. I'll tell you that.
Oh my gosh, we are in for a treat, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, Eric around. I need to get off of Eric. I need to watch someone else. I'm sorry.
Broadcaster's curse. I'm keeping an eye on the Fortunator, and I don't want. I mean, I somewhat want to hope the broadcast cheats on him, but so far he's doing good in Ferrari.
Electric blade around.
So far, I mean, we've seen it. Oh, and always Eric retired. He must have had a lot of damage or something's happening. But back to what I was saying, your current top three as far as the start of the race, it is Brain, Electric Blade, and Ecos. My apologies.
I'm trying to see if Eric purposely retired on track or if he got damaged enough. Because that might be against the rules. I don't know if it was updated yet, but I don't think drivers should be allowed to retire on track if they weren't involved in a wreck.
Yeah.
As we see a Merc off. That is not Merc.
Speed?
That
is
speed.
I think it's a bit of both. If you have a bit of damage already that's early qualifying, you're going to want to go back and repair it. And at that point, you're coming out on softs, and the track's been absolutely drenched. We can already see it. The track is just soaked. So, I think at that point he just kind of knew his fate was set.
And real quick though, there is only one driver that is out on those the wet tires. That is Ronnie Mack in 15th.
He's got a set higher than a 144 to even to pass Eric. Shouldn't be that hard with the 144. But I think qualifying at this point is about done because I'm not going to send any faster laps in softs.
Do you see anybody running faster than 1:11.8 on wets?
Definitely not. And Joker in the chat said the track is too wet. No one will improve in the top 10 at least. I agree with that. I believe that honestly, 10th, you won't see it better than a 116. Maybe a 120 if you're that big of a sweat, but hey man, anything's possible.
And so far, two drivers are out. One with retired from the session, the other one disqualification. Meanwhile, Electric Blade is okay with his lap, so he's going to retire from the session. Less than almost 11 minutes until we get a chance to go racing here at the Netherlands. And I gotta say, Ronnie Mack is doing a very amazing job. I mean, he's running on a different set of tires than what most of the drivers are, and I feel like that if things go his way, we should be seeing a new year here.
AK off track, he retired. He must have hit that wall real hard. I just hate to see it for the McLaren driver. Sitting pretty ninth though.
See here so far as Ronnie Mack is currently up in sector 2, the 56.4, heading over to sector 3.
Kind of surprised these drivers are getting what? Sorry, speed.
What amazes me is that there are people on track right now. Speaking of people on track, I believe that's Blade, changed his name.
Ronnie with the 120. Yeah, I'm surprised these drivers are still going out with the conditions currently.
Yeah.
I would not want to forfeit my spot in qualifying if I happen to wreck here. So.
Yeah. Well, pretty much nothing has really changed as far as time-wise, but Rodney Mack, who did move up a couple spots, currently up in 12th, and I do apologize for hearing the background noise, but Clay is praying still with the fastest lap, and I'm surprised that most of the drivers are still running on these softs.
I think what they're doing is, so the drivers on softs are really just like either in the pits or out. And as Joker said, which I was going to get to, only reason to go out would be to practice in the rain for the race, if you didn't do that in time trials or even a solo race earlier. So, which could help them out, but there will be no more improvement within that top 8 for sure. Not even 10th. Maybe like 11th on back, getting above a 120 or in this case below 120, but I think I'm 100% positive that Clay will be on the pole for this race.
And it's safe to assume a guy like Clay is practiced too, so if I were him, I'd be going to get a drink and grab a snack and just keep the car parked in the garage for the rest of the session.
Get a drink, get some popcorn, see what these drivers are doing.
Yeah, I definitely do agree. I mean, see what they can do. But meanwhile, we're less than almost 8 minutes until the end of the race. I do got to say this over as we see a caution in Sector 1.
For Brinker, Hoffman, and Alpha.
Yeah, pretty much, as we do get back to going. I mean, let me ask you this, though. I mean, you was in the first race earlier, Boston. Did y'all had any rain in the race?
Not during the race, but during the one-shot qualifying race we had. And it was pretty treacherous out there, even if you only have a dry setup. As Heredia sets a lap at 121.0. Puts him in 13th above Electric Days.
And of course, Electric Days pretty much trying to be able to continue as he's currently up in 14th. 2 drivers out, though, or should I say a couple of drivers out. One thing's for sure is that Clay is praying. I mean, there's a reason why Electric picked him, and yet for laps like these, is Electric's retired. He has a lot of damage. He is sliding through the grass. He is out.
What did he do?
Oh, it looked like he slipped. I don't know if he missed something or what. Got a lot of damage. So I hate to see that for Electric Days.
Yeah, I'm sorry I missed that one. I'm trying not to give our viewers a seizure.
Oh yeah, definitely don't want to do that. But yeah, it looks like a lot of drivers are already out as they're waiting less than 7 minutes to go here. As we do see, I'm trying not to butcher his name, Ecos Blacks.
Yeah, I would just call him Blacks, aka Darludo.
Yeah. Wait, so this is Darludo?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot that's actually Darludo.
I must have missed something while I was away spending the week with my family because I've noticed a lot of different gamer tag changes. So yeah,
We've had a couple.
Yeah, and I'll get back to our regularly scheduled broadcasting coming next week. Which, by the way, speaking of our broadcast, don't miss out on the NASCAR series. I know I say Talladega was pretty wild, and of course, what happened last night for the Xfinity Cup and the Cup Series was pretty crazy as well. But shout out to all the NASCAR guys, but right now it's all about the F1. It's really less than 6 minutes away here at the Netherlands, and I will say this from the amount of time that I've spent watching these drivers putting in these laps. This is probably going to be the most interesting race yet, besides Saudi Arabia, because you can see the turns, you can see how very sharp these turns can be, but also the weather could be a factor. This could be the first time we've ever called a rain race in this season, as I'm keeping an eye on Killer XL. He's trying to be able to give himself a really good lap, currently up in fourth right now, and I don't think we're going to have a pretty much a warm up with their warm-up laps, so it's going to be very crazy to say the least.
Well, like Ballstick mentioned before this all started, this is one of those tracks where just getting on the gas a little too early in the dry will get you loose and spin you out. Throw all the water you can think of on top of that. I would be very careful on the exit of these corners.
Especially those standing water puddles, man. Those things are deadly.
Oh my gosh, yes.
They suck, man. As we had Heredia with a bit of an upgrade on his lap there with a 120.5, who's also surpassed Ronnie Mack, who previously set a 120.6. As we have Blacks, Jackson, or Dirty Boy Jackson, my apologies, and Ronnie Mack on their outlaps once again.
Wait, is this the Jackson, Altman, and
Nope.
Levis?
Nope.
Okay.
Dirty Boy.
Okay.
I know, I got him confused for a minute there, but I didn't want to confuse
I was
anyone
gonna
else.
say, I'm
So,
like,
I don't believe Jackson Altman or Carlos Hines is even
No.
in this session, which makes the race interesting on its own because those are two of the top 5 guys in points, and those are two of the top 3 finishers from last week. And the winner from last week is also currently on pole, so that could be quite the development.
I don't really see Fistbuster either, so that could play things in a big way if you think about it.
Yeah, a lot of big names missing from the field. Throw some rain on an already chaotic track. Definitely a very interesting race we could be calling here. Just
Yeah.
about 3.5 minutes from now.
As I believe we have Blacks here, he's trying to get any sort of heat in these tires.
Yeah,
This one we're just watching a practice session.
Yeah. Hang on a second. My apologies. I had to say family good night to them, but yeah, I mean, we're less than 3 minutes away, and the only really drivers are out is Ronnie Mack, Dirty Boy Jackson, Wormel, Killer XL, Darludo, which I'm going to call him Darludo, and Clay is praying. Otherwise, it's going to be a very unique race, to say the least.
What surprises me most is the guys who set their fastest laps on intermediate tires. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. Maybe they just didn't get a lap while the track was kind of dry still. Maybe that means they're faster in the rain. I know if they're faster in the rain, that'll help them during the race if it is raining. But F1 2022 has thrown a curveball before. Ballstick just mentioned that it only rained during the qualifying session for the D2 race that was just ran, so that could always happen again. It depends what's going on with the lobby settings or have whatnot, but
I mean,
Got word that the forecast for the race is basically how it is right now in qualifying, so it might start out sunny and then go to rain. So this will be possibly the first rain race of the season.
if that's the case, then we should be a very exciting one for it. And I'm very excited because Speed, I don't think you ever called it a rain race. I don't think Ballstick has called it a rain race, but he probably could. And I never called it a rain race this season. I think we are all going to be very intrigued on how these drivers are going to play out and what these drivers can do. I mean, it goes to show it doesn't matter what type of tires you're going to be running. This track's going to be very super slick, and you probably might not have any grip.
It's going to be a treat for us, but maybe not for the drivers after all.
That's what's so great about being in the broadcast view is that you don't have to worry about the stress. You don't have to worry about what goes on.
No, sir. We just get to watch the drama and the chaos ensue.
Yeah. And real quick though, we do have Joker in the comments. So shout out to Joker.
Yes, sir.
Orwell said he's going to win, but yet we'll definitely see how it goes as we have less than 30 seconds left to the end of the qualifying session. Could give them a couple minutes for the drivers to finish their session, but otherwise, unless something really changes, this is what's going to be our order, our starting grid for tonight's F1 Netherlands race in the D1 series. And Killer about missed it yet. I gotta say this though, Killer, could he be able to beat Clay's praying? We'll have to figure that out here very, very shortly. As time is running out, he's getting super slick. I don't think he'll be able to manage to beat Clay's time.
Without a doubt. Clay is sitting pretty up there in the pole position.
Clay's already eating that popcorn and drinking some of that drink you mentioned from earlier. Just kind of noticing, starting to get ready for the race. He's doing that good old move where you wipe your hands on your pants and you
Just sweat off.
get ready to go.
You know that feeling, man.
Oh, yeah. For sure. We have a lot of great things coming y'all's way as far as the YouTube channel, and of course, if you guys want to get a chance to join the league, if you want to race, make sure you hit us up. Make sure you'll see it down in the description. But that is the end of the qualifying session here for tonight, as we do have the race coming up next. As your starting grid, it is going to be Clay Sprain in first, Eagle Blade second, Darludo in third, Killer fourth, Mr. Hex round out top 5. But yeah, look who's in 6th. The guys that Furchinator, one of the gentlemen I was kind of a little bit concerned with, considering the fact I never really got a chance to see him race. But look at there, 6th place. Wow.
Yeah, that's interesting to see.
The Ferraris and the Alfa Romeos need that kind of run right now where they're in the top 10. So if they maintain position or perhaps gain a few, that's something that'll be much needed.
Yeah, going into tonight's race with the team standings, did we go over those already, or do we only go over driver standings?
Yeah, we went over the teams.
I got you.
Earlier.
We went over the point standings already. However, there's been a time where NBC's mentioned Dale Jr. 300 times in a race. So
Yeah.
I'm sure if you went over the point standings twice, nobody would come and find you.
Yeah, the 3 teams that need points tonight are definitely Haas, Mercedes, and Alfa Romeo the most. Haas with 18, Mercedes with 6, Alfa Romeo with 0. While we have a tight battle for the top 2 of Aston Martin and Red Bull with 53 points and a win, as well as 50 points and a win for Red Bull. And AlphaTauri third, 41. A 3-way tie for Ferrari, Williams, and Alpine with 34 points apiece, and then McLaren with 31. So tonight's race should be able to shake this up quite a bit.
Oh, tonight's race is going to be a fun one.
Yep.
I'm ready as we are getting things ready here at the Netherlands.
And I've just been informed that even though Darludo is in a Red Bull, his points will count toward McLaren because he was supposed to be subbing for McLaren and not Red Bull tonight. So just let's try to keep that in mind for tonight while we're talking about these points and such like that.
Absolutely, as we are less than 10 seconds away. Speedy, any final thoughts or comments you want to say?
No, however, it does look like it is kind of already raining a little bit. Just if you look at the track surface, it looks like there's some raindrops, and we haven't even begun the race yet. So
yeah, I've been sent the forecast. Don't mind to cut you off, but red lights are going off. 5 red lights.
Yeah, 5 red lights, and
red
lights are off. We are off. We're underway here in the Netherlands.
Brinkerhoff just couldn't get it going there on the start and loses all that position that he possibly had, as we see already 3 wide between an Alpine, a McLaren, and a Ferrari.
Oh, and we have a caution in Sector 1. That looks like Dallin. Something happened to him.
Oh, and they're around. Mr. Hex and Ronnie are both out of the session.
That's going to be a safety car. It has to be.
Oh, yep. Safety car. Oh, my goodness. I'm sorry we didn't get that on booth. My bad, guys.
We were pulling a Fox, so yeah, my apologies, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, safety car is out already under lap 1 here at the Netherlands. Pretty much, I think there's a couple of people that have gained a couple of spots. I will check for you guys on that real quick. Yeah, the biggest movers has to be Electric Days, who's pretty much pulling a Drake, started from the bottom. He's up there in top 5, moving up 9 spots. The biggest loser out of that was Killer XL, who started up inside of the top 10. He had dropped 7 spots down, along with Fortunator, who dropped 6 spots down.
now, if you're in the race car right now, do you take this? I was gonna say, do you take this virtual safety car, or it is a safety car? Sorry, safety car. Do you take this and you switch to intermediates now, or do you
No.
wait until it starts raining?
No, because currently what we have for the forecast, so there's 7 little blocks there, and the first 4 are all cloudy. The 5th is rain, and the last 2 are cloudy as well. So at the moment, we might see drivers maybe go to the hards, but we won't see any sort of like intermediates or wets until probably a little bit over halfway during this race.
It actually looks like they all switched to softs. I think
I think
that's
that's
an
where they all
interesting
started on 'em.
strategy.
Yeah, I say that's where they all started at the start of this race. But I'd say, unless if they do see some raindrops right now, they'll probably have to come in. But for right now, it's no need to get intermediates or wets because everyone is somewhat working on mediums. But we do see someone left the session that was Mr. Hex. But AK Unlimited has a 5-second penalty, ignoring the yellow flag. First penalty of the night. The only one that's on hards at the moment is that one Portuguese.
Yeah, it looks like a Portuguese, and it actually looks like, from what I can see, Darludo's also on hards. Don't know for sure. I believe it says he's on hards. Yeah, he's on hards. So we got guys on softs, guys on hards, guys on mediums. What do you think is the best tire strategy?
Currently, with the track temps being low, I would think the softs are probably still the way to go. Currently, maybe mediums if you're trying to really stick it halfway, like 50-50 between those and the hards.
We do see 3 drivers coming into the pits. I'm sorry for cutting you off there, Ballstick. But AK, Fortunator, and Dirty Boy Jackson are coming into the pits this time. And as far as what I could see is that AK took intermediates, Fortunator took hards, and Jackson I think he took mediums, but he's already on a lap on them. So that's a really interesting strategy here. I don't know about that move, but Ballstick, what do you think about AK picking up the intermediates?
Bad move. 100% bad move. Unless there are drops on the track, you do not want to switch to intermediates. He's going to burn those things up way too fast no matter what the track temperature is. It's going to be way too tight. He's just going to lose so much time with the current pick. Unless, like, Mark, who is your race engineer, actually told him to, to actually pit for intermediates, then I would say it's an okay call, but right now the track is still dry. And you can see he's losing this much time even on a safety car. He's lost multiple seconds. But going back to that safety car, what caused it is Fortunator and the Ferrari got into Hex because cold tires are indeed cold, and they don't like to listen to what you try to do. So that's what caused it, and Ronnie Mac had nowhere else to go with just a Mercedes in front of him like that. Hate to see it for both Hex and Ronnie Mac, but it's how the cookie crumbles, I guess. That's
really
getting
good
that green.
Slap.
Clay's still in the lead.
I gotta wonder though, like, if there's no safety car and the rain, like, coming, I would think the guys in hards would have a better time, wouldn't they? Because they can run all the way until the rain hits on just those tires.
Yeah, I would agree with you. The guys on mediums and hards can both basically make it to when it rains. Mediums, you'll have to stretch it out a bit, but hards will definitely make it to them. Because we do have a good 36 total laps in this race, and you probably won't see rain until about lap 25.
Actually, sorry to correct you on this, but actually looks like I'm seeing the occasional drop now.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Oh,
My apologies. I do see rain now. The forecast showed cloudy. All right.
And we're back under green here. You see how I pay attention, but yes, we're back under green at the moment.
Caution for Fortunator.
Caution from Fortunator.
Yep. He spun out. He got back going though. No safety car.
It's a tough race so far. Qualified 6th, had an amazing qualifying session, but sometimes when you're filling in for your first time in the big main series, you just make rookie mistakes. And
Yeah.
those rookie mistakes can lead to catastrophic events. As Brinkerhoff loses it.
And
Indeed.
of course, I'm so sorry to interrupt you guys, but yet a lot of different battles here, but yet we see the battle for position for first place as Electric Blade. Oh, and I think it might be Brinkerhoff. Yes, that is
Brinkerhoff
Brinkerhoff all the way back in the 14th. But back to the front, though, excuse me, as Electric Blade is trying to chase down
Brinkerhoff around again.
Clay is praying. And we talked about team points. Haas is currently struggling for the most, and the only one that could be able to get a chance to change things. Is Electric Blade gets
big moment there.
Slipped, but yet still keeps going.
Eric with a
as
3
always,
second.
Eric, yep, as always, Eric with a 3-second penalty. And I gotta say this though, that part right there in sector 3, with that last turn. I've always thought it could be like bring out the biggest issues, as race control did say DRS is enabled. As we do see a lot of different changes. Portuguese moving inside the top 5. There's a 4-car battle, probably a 5-car battle for 5th place.
Yeah, Alan just on the tail of these 5 cars here. We see a bit of a battle here between Killer and Heredia. Seem to have been spread out already, with Killer probably going for an outside move here on Porchy with some contact made.
Oh, that's corner cutting if I've ever seen it.
Pushes Porchy back off the track. I think that was a bit of a. I think Porchy didn't give him enough room. He did give the spot back, but he has also been passed by a Red Bull and possibly this Ferrari here. And then even Allen could get by him as well, trying to get those positions back. Oh, and the Ferrari's around.
Man.
Not enough room there for Heredia.
What a tough start for the Ferraris after such they got what they're finally looking for in qualifying session and just absolutely shambles so far in this race.
Yeah. Seems like an incident report will be popping after this.
He changed his name to Clay is praying. I think if it starts raining before those softs were out, his prayers have been answered.
Meanwhile, I'm currently back onto the battle between Porchy and Dirty Boy Jackson. And, I do want to say this, though. Whenever Heredia was racing for Aston Martin, he was dominating. He was phenomenal. I think it was I couldn't remember what season exactly what it was.
I think it was 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, it was 2 seasons ago where I think Joker was in the McLaren and Heredia was in Aston Martin. And those two would always have the battle, just like they would in the Cup Series. Except with F1, things change, and as we see, someone is around. I don't know if that's Fortunate or Eric.
Yeah.
Oh, man. We do see a couple of raindrops here and there. It's steady rain, but nothing drastic as of yet. So these drivers are going to keep going with either their heart at the moment.
I would be careful though. You don't want to play the weather game if you're on a soft tire, especially later in the run on a track like this where you get so loose off the exits even in the dry.
Yeah, these softs with this, even just these couple raindrops, just these slicks and stuff, just no tread, so it's probably the most dangerous tire. Without a doubt, when it starts raining, of course, obviously.
Yeah, what more can you say? With the steady rainfall, it's definitely not going to change things unless something really drastic. As you see, the field is currently spread as of right now. And I don't know, it's just Clay is praying. It's just pretty much trying to pull away from Electric Blade at the moment, and nobody surrounding, Garudo. So, think about this though, Red Bull is looking pretty hot right now at the moment.
I mean, yeah, for sure. Darludo is subbing for McLaren, remember, so do not forget that. But
AK
um,
retired. I know we have
as
a
AK
full safety car.
retires. Wow.
Oh, and that looks like it's AK.
Yep, AK on the
AK.
intermediates. Wow. Out of the
Now
race on lap 8.
at this point in the race, with the rain kind of already begun, it is fitting. I wouldn't stay out on the softs after this. I would at least pit for
Yep.
something with a little bit more tread than softs.
That is what
Yeah.
most of the drivers, that's what all the drivers pitting are doing.
And
Putting on
Blinkerhoff's stuck in the
intermediates.
grass. Sorry to interrupt you, but Blinkerhoff is stuck in the grass once again, as positions from 6th down to 12th are currently down to pit road at the moment. I'm gonna definitely check to see what tire they're gonna be running, as looks like Eric and Heredia are gonna be on the softs, Wormel and Dallin on the hards, Killer and Dirty Boy Jackson in the intermediates. And Fortuner still running on the mediums, as we do see Eric with the penalty. I mean, I don't know, boss. I mean, I kind of question what Dirty Boy and Killer is doing, being the only two on intermediates out there. I mean, do you think it's for safety measure, or
I believe they're going for the undercut. And I didn't say this when AK pitched for the intermediates, but that was lap 1. It's restarting lap 3. It's currently lap 9, restarting probably lap 10 or 11. By the time we hit 10 or 11, it could even be running even harder than this, so they're just trying to get that undercut strategy going down. As we see Clay now with the intermediates, Blacks with the intermediates. So I believe all the leaders are going to try and either be on the hards or the intermediates.
I understand being on the hards of the intermediates, but why on earth, if you're the Heredia god, would you pit for softs at this moment in time?
I would feel like they're just trying to make as much time up before the rain really starts coming down, as we see Heredia's drop down into the pits. As well, probably Eric and Brinkerhoff will both do the same.
I mean,
Yep.
And he still puts on the hards.
Already on the hards. What?
He refuses to put on intermediate tires.
Yeah, he is not budging. Alright, bold strategy. We'll see if it works out for him.
It looks like Fortunator is still on the mediums. I don't.
Yeah, Fortunator on the mediums. Porty's still on those 9-lap hards.
Oh, Blinkerhoff is.
Code, you good over there?
Okay, Jake, you're lagging a little bit, but I'm still.
Here.
You seem to be cutting out a bit, man.
You turned into RoboCop, my brother in Christ.
Need a little bit.
As we do see some standing puddles now as well.
With a
Oh,
lag
dear.
down. Alright, speed, we got it, bud.
Yeah.
We got it in the bag. As I believe we'll be coming back to safety car next lap. Or green next lap.
Me and you need a little bonding. Anyway,
We
so.
do need the bond, I will be honest with that. We need the bond a little bit. As I think I heard that was Jake. We need a bonding session.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. We got you.
I don't know what just happened. Are y'all back to racing or?
Not yet.
No,
Still with yellow.
your internet just pulled a little red, yellow Nevada. Hopefully you can get back on sequence with us and we can continue to call this race.
Yeah, because I'm not kidding you. On my end, it's literally saying that the race is over.
Oh.
Well, not quite yet. Maybe if it were NASCAR with the rain we've got here, but not here in Formula One.
Joker has just let us know that race engineer has said that dries are still faster, but rain for the foreseeable future. That's good information.
Dries are always going to be faster. That it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. But me personally, I'd rather take the intermediates and not do a 720 off of every corner than be.
How did he wreck under a safety car?
Faster. That's a good question.
Aaron, come on, man. That is both
And,
Alfa Romeos out of the session. Wait, when
here
did
in the
Brinker?
booth,
Wait, hold on. How did what? Where did Brinker go? What happened to him?
he was the safety car, if I'm not mistaken. But
No, no. I mean,
no.
he was still in there, but he had he left, I believe.
Brinker has DNF'd. Even if you do leave the race session, your AI will continue the race for you.
Must have really important.
And we are coming back green.
I should.
Couple cars
Yeah,
took in the pit lane.
I'm on my way back to the race. It's just I don't know what happened. Like it really took me.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
major contact. Sorry to interrupt
You're
you.
good.
They went 3 wide for a brief second, and the car got knocked up, and now Darludo is taking the lead, and all of the leaders are on intermediates. I have no idea why Furchinator is still on the mediums, but he gained a position up to 6th now, back where he qualified. So I guess it's working for now. Worm also got a 3-second time penalty during that, and Jake is now back in the session.
Worm got a 5-second for speeding in the pits. How do you do that under coming to green? But, you know, I won't judge. We're all good. Interesting move.
Ready God passes Blade and Forchi out on 11 lap hards. Still rocking it in 9th place.
Okay. Going for a pass here on Electric Blade. I feel like Electric Blade has some sort of just damage that we can't see. Because he is really slowing up.
Sorry about that, y'all. I'm currently back. Hopefully, I don't sound like a Mr. Roboto right now, as Darludo and Dirty Boy Jackson, Rebel, taking over the race at the moment. He's pretty much out of a couple of safety cars here and there, but we're back on the green. By the way, Ballstick and Sweet, I appreciate you guys helping me out as I try to get back into the race. But at this moment, though, I mean, this is definitely Red Bull's chances. I mean, they are looking pretty sharp out there. I mean, Clay is currently in 4th, but the question is, how much time does he have to be able to get a chance to make it up there? I mean, who knows, but I gotta say, I'm really impressed with what I'm seeing from the Red Bull.
Isn't Jackson or Darludo actually...
Yeah, Darludo's supposed to be McLaren.
Yes, so
He's in the wrong car.
So actually, the owner that's actually pleased with this performance as Electric retired from the session in a top 5 position.
Oh, man.
Electric days. That's what happens when you. That's what happens when you bring electricity into the rain, folks. DNFs happen.
That is true.
But as I was saying, the owner who's actually happy is the owner of the McLaren, the guy who's been helping us out, the guy who would usually be in the booth. Always Joker. I'm not calling you King J right on stream.
Oh. God just did. King J!
He's got to be happy with this, especially after AK DNFing for kind of out of the blue, kind of for no particular reason at all, but sometimes when you're in Formula 1, you just got to take what you can get, and Darludo's giving him everything he's got right now.
Definitely talking about everything that he's got right now. Look at a Killer currently from 3rd place, slowly gaining on well, never mind. Sorry, I should have paid attention, but safety car being now, I don't know. It's just we've already seen what 3 safety cars out
I
tonight.
believe so. I think this is the 4th. Wonderful weather we're having here in the Netherlands.
Yeah, it looks like a perfect day for a nice barbecue outside. Go
Yes,
watch
sir.
Go watch a race. You know.
Tailgate a little bit.
Yeah.
Man, perfect.
I mean, hey, I mean, staying with this though, I mean, Ballstick, you and I know full well how rain could be a pain in the hind end at times, especially since we've seen a lot of it Which, by the way, I definitely do want to send a shout out to all those who have been affected by the flooding, especially down to District 70. Hope you guys are doing safe, and appreciate for anyone who is from those areas as joining us tonight. We definitely do appreciate you guys.
Yes, sir.
So pretty much we have 6 cars out, and pretty much now it's definitely gonna be a great day for those who are currently up in the top 10. I hate to see what happened to Electric Days. He's definitely been struggling, but now has his driver, Clay is playing in the top 5 at the moment. And if there was one team that we thought that needed to step up, it was definitely Haas. Look at Dowling and Electric Blade currently up down in the top 5, and Electric Blade running in the top 10.
Yeah, these guys need a good point stay tonight, without a doubt. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry about that.
I mean, the guy we haven't talked about it either. Like, have we talked about Killer a whole lot? He's just kind of like sniff his way up there.
He's been up and down in the field tonight. He's had a roller coaster of a race.
Yeah, he's definitely had a roller coaster of a race, but don't doubt Killer XL yet.
No. It's still early in the race.
Honestly, I think at this point in the race, anybody on intermediates has a chance. In case you're wondering, that's everybody.
Yeah. Because we are back green.
We're back to green here already, as we're less than almost 20 laps to go here at the Netherlands, and you can see how very tricky this track can be. But Red Bull in the lead, Killer is trying to be able to break that Red Bull party, and right now everyone is currently on intermediates. And one thing I gotta say for sure is first Schneider, first, I think this might be his first time. Oh, must we see someone? Who was that? Was that Clay?
I have no idea. It was a white car. It was either a Haas or an AlphaTauri.
It was Electric Blade.
Taking out all those signs out there, man. Come on.
Told a Chris Buescher at Royal situation, glad he doesn't have a sign stuck to him. As we keep things going up towards still green here. And meanwhile, the top 3, you can see how much time they have behind Darludo. Clay is doing everything. My apologies. Killer is doing everything he can right behind the Red Bull, trying to be able to get himself a podium, which he will be if things go his way. As we see, looks like we do see that is Fortitude. Fortitude in Sector 1, we are still green.
We're going to have a rough time getting around this track with no front wing.
No, an Electric Blade is, he's finally out on intermediates.
I think he had front wing damage as well, which might have taken a bit longer for him to actually put on.
He has no wing.
No wing.
No wing.
LD Allen makes his way up into the top 5 with a move on Furch. Got 2 Oscars.
Furch going through the grass. What is he doing?
He cuts the corner.
Come on, man. I'm eating a French fry. You can't do me like that. What are you doing? I'm almost choking out here, man. Come on, Verge. Get out of the garage.
There's a turn. There's a turn. there. You're supposed to
There's-
make it.
Dude, you're
I,
supposed to use the left stick as we see Reddy going for a move here on LD Allen.
Did you get what first did on camera?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, I'm sitting there
Usually,
shooting. I'm like,
usually when it's raining, you're trying to avoid the standing water, not run through the grass.
yeah, man.
Man, I love being back in the booth tonight. I swear. We're having a lot of fun up here, and we hope you guys are having a lot of fun out there watching this, because I know we're having a great time.
Oh, was Lucy Allen in the grass?
Man, where do these guys get mushrooms in Mario Kart? They're all
Dude,
cut the
trying to make
colors.
shortcuts. They're trying to make some shortcuts. You my Mario Kart, I think Electric Blade needs one of them bullet bills right about now. Oh, dear goodness gracious, man. Someone just
I
had to
don't
use the
know.
lightning bolt, bruh. Make it all rainy.
They get all
Unfortunate,
red,
dude.
No, if I can describe one way to describe all the slick spots, is they definitely be run over a couple of banana peels here or two.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
off of every corner, somebody drops a banana.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness, that's what those puddles are, just banana peels, or there's even oil slicks on that old Mario circuit. Oh my goodness.
I think
Oh,
Clay's
man.
looking for a few red shells right about now.
Oh man, he's
Yeah.
gonna need something to get back in that top 7.
If he, and I don't know why we keep going with the Mario Kart
It's funny.
logic, but if Clay had a blue shell, the leader would definitely be
Oh
out by
man,
now.
definitely.
Oh, but he's battling Killer XL. Look at this battle here, y'all. As
Huh?
for
Going once again, trying to use that red mushroom, dude. Come on now. Wait, bro, we already got 3 more warnings. We already got the golden mushroom going on.
I know,
It's
know
been
your
2
car
laps.
is red, but I know your car is red, but that does not mean.
Bro's driving like NBA YoungBoy out here.
Oh my lord!
Without a care in the world. He got the black Air Forces on, bro. He ain't listening to anybody.
all I can say is, if you guys are in the league, I can imagine what he'll say after the race. So, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun if you join the party for sure. But back,
We have
back
17 laps to go, guys. Yeah.
yeah.
Give him a good minute. Good bit to
Hey,
go.
this is why we need to have our fun moment now, so that we can get focused and serious.
The top 4 are in such an intense battle. Really, anybody could win this race. We're all up here laughing because everybody looks like they're driving against Mario Kart.
At this
Dude.
point, Joker's gonna pretty much type in the broadcast
Just got
chat,
the thumbs to cut it off. Cut it out.
Jack, I can see it.
People
Hey,
are corner
man,
cutting.
yeah.
People have no wing. People are
No
making
wing.
shortcuts. I don't know anymore, man. Raid races are so fun. I mean, and like this track is so difficult as well. That's what makes it so more intriguing. I'm really surprised these front 4 have kept the battle so intense and haven't made a mistake yet.
Yeah, honestly, these guys are all up here super focused up. Top 4 here. It's really easy to make a mistake.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely gonna be a very interesting top 4 battle. I mean, the problem is no matter what happens, one bad move can ruin the entire race. I mean, if you're Darludo, especially if you're in the lead, it's less than like what I think 16 laps, maybe 15 laps to go here. If something happens to him, just imagine what type of advantage falls, or sorry, Jackson or Killer or Clay could be taking advantage of.
Something else, I'm not sure if it's as important in the rain, but Darludo's not only holding the lead, but he's holding the most ERS. Wow.
Huh.
Which is something I haven't seen yet. Yeah. The actual Red Bull right behind him is at 44. Killer's at 56. Clay's at 68 ERS, but
How are you seeing this? What?
you gotta look
push
at
that square and tell him.
but
Oh!
Darludo himself has been in the 80s with ERS this whole time, so he's got at least 20% ERS at bare minimum, and he's still holding it off as well. So if he goes as hard as he can and uses his DRS, you gotta wonder how far of a gap he would actually stretch out.
What I'm thinking is they're just going to get a DRS string going on to just try and pull away from everyone fifth and back. As we see Clay using it right now. Just trying to stay in that zone. Dirty Boy at 24%. Black's used a bit of it as well. He's in 60s.
Yeah, but everyone else is in 40s.
Yeah.
They're bare maximum. A couple of them looks like I saw, like, Dirty Boy Jackson, he's at 28 right now. That's 27. 27 to 60, the DRS difference going through that corner.
Crazy. Oh, in the grass he goes. Unless that was lag, because he didn't seem like he lost any time.
Lag issues, skill issues, car issues.
Yep.
Weather issues.
Same old, same old.
Could really be a variety of things. Even this track, like
brain diff. Man.
Do you think they can make it to the end on, like, I don't, or they're gonna have to pit, aren't they? I would assume.
They might have to pick, because these things, they last, but they don't last, like, all. As we see, I think Dirty Boy will be pitting this lap.
Yeah, Dirty Boy will be probably have to pit.
Or at least within the next few.
I mean, so far...
Well, because they've all got 13 on intermediates. We're on lap 23 out of 36. So if they go all the way to the end, you're telling me they're going to be able to go almost 30 laps on intermediate tires? I don't think so, pal.
I'd be really surprised. I mean, anything can happen here, but as far as the drivers who is currently on their intermediates the most, it has to be Killer and Dirty Boy Jackson. There are 14 laps into the intermediates, and I wonder what type of strategy they'll probably have to use. Oh my, that was so close.
What?
But I thought Killer about spun here, but I don't know. I mean, Joker might help us out as far as what type of strategy they have to play out for the remainder of this race.
Oh, Clay getting a bit loose out there.
Darludo has stretched out his lead by a second and still saved 30% more battery over Dirty Boy Jackson. And this is pre-DRS too, so like they're gonna have to fandangle their way around Darludo at this point.
Clay got by Killer there.
And one thing to point out is that as spread out this field is, there probably won't be any more safety caution or virtual safety DRS at the moment.
In the rain, we've seen this track, the rain, it's such a wild card. You never know. Like the guy I'm saying is untouchable right now. Darludo could come around this corner, do a 720, he could be in fifth. Like, you don't know. You never know.
Yeah. Already seems to have gained some time on Killer.
It's still just so interesting how he saved so much DRS and is still gaining amount of time. And he has, it's one lap fresher tires, but like intermediates, I don't think one lap is that big of a difference, is it?
No. No, not at all.
Yeah, going through that corner, he's at 79% ERS, and Dirty Boy Jackson is at 41 entering the straightaway. So pretty much half the ERS, and he's almost a second behind. Before entering the DRS zone, of course, Ray's going to gain about a quarter of a second, but
I gotta say this, whatever strategy Darwood is doing, it's working out very, very well for him. It's working very, very well.
Joker, I mean, he's got to be so nervous. He's telling us all these strategy calls, but it's his driver.
Yeah, I think the speed got a little bit of interruption there, but meanwhile, I mean, Fortunaire currently running in 8th, much played, all the way down to the top 10. But at the end of the day, I mean, these drivers are going to have a great, even like points day to say the least. Really surprised to see the amount of DNFs we've had tonight. But other than that, I mean, this race has been very fun. When we've seen pretty much this battle that we're seeing right now. I mean, the battle for first, as Darludo is, look at this, 95% on the battery. And as soon as I say that,
2020.
Jesus,
he has almost a 70% ERS difference, and he is still holding them off. Tell me, Clay, he was able to run the fastest in the field on softs, and he's still the third fastest in the field, maybe even faster than that on the intermediates. Like the talent, Heredia, he has spun, he has fell back to 11th, he's done everything but wrecked the car, and he is still in the top 5. First, as he takes another shortcut, he's going to get points today, no matter what happens.
Just usually when it comes down to DNFs, even if you DNF within the top 10, I believe if there's a certain amount of laps left, you will get points. But if it's anywhere outside that amount of laps left, you will not receive any points. Although I'm not sure how it works here, even though I'm a steward, honestly. I'm gonna go do some research real fast.
We got 2 Haas cars in the top 10, much needed. That Ferrari in the top 5 is much needed.
Yeah.
Joker is gonna love if Darludo can get a win for McLaren right here. Clay, he's just making his case even stronger, even though Carlos and Fisk and all those big names, Jackson, aren't here. I mean, another podium. They can say his win is Mickey all they want. Whether he wins by 50 seconds or he wins on technicality, that win still counts the same.
Yeah.
Yep. As Joker said, we might go back to dry towards the end.
Oh, something must have happened. But if we do go dry, anything could happen.
Yeah, I had the hiccups. Oh, jeez. I think we're good now, but it should get interesting here towards the end. I think they're going to stick on these as long as they can. We're approaching 20 laps on these tires for the top 4.
I just don't know. I mean, yeah, Clay is gained on Darludo, but Clay has 40 less ERS.
Yeah, I don't know how Dart is doing that, man.
And look at Clay. Look at Clay finally taking away the Red Bull party as he is gaining on Darludo. He is trying to be able to get to the back of the car.
Jake,
Yeah.
I'm going to remind you one more time. Darludo is filling in for McLaren.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, no. Sorry.
Those will move one Red Bull. Sorry. It's okay.
Dude.
It's been about almost 2 weeks since I've been in the booth, so yeah, I'm gonna have those botches here and there.
In your defense, whether it's been 2 weeks, a month, a year, or you've never been in the booth before, he's the one in the wrong car, not you.
Yeah.
However, it doesn't matter what his car looks like. Any car looks good up front. That's where he is.
He's looking fast tonight.
Ooh!
Oh
Very
boy.
close to that wall.
Whether it's NASCAR or Formula One, I don't think the wall is that friendly.
No.
Ooh.
Oh, we see a move by Clay. DRS has been
is
enabled. We are dry. It means the track is dry enough for DRS to be enabled.
there's people a little
Fortunately,
further back.
Does he have like 15 seconds of penalties at this point? So is he wearing pit for softs?
I mean,
think Allen
it's a
will
smart
do the
move,
same.
but I'm not sure you're going to gain very... No, he takes the meat.
Mediums, so one lap mediums, okay. Bold strategy.
7 laps left, you take meat.
And man,
I
as
know
we see
I'm new
Clay
to
going for the lead.
F1, but like...
Very older with the mediums too. That had to be an accident. As we see Killer right on Black's tail as well. That doesn't sound right. But he is on
No.
Darludo's tail. Oh, and Darludo cuts. He
Oh.
goes through the gravel.
He's
5-second penalty.
5-second penalty.
Oh my lord. And
Oh,
now
dear.
He has fallen
Clay-
back to fourth.
Clay is back in the lead.
And now, after mistakes and technicality, Clay is in the lead yet again.
Stoker said the guys in third and fourth could risk pitting and undercutting the leaders. As we see everyone outside the top 5 on slicks.
Yeah, but you have to be goaded to pit, take softs, and gain enough time to win the race.
Yeah.
If these guys stay out intermediates, like you have to be Lewis
They would
Hamilton
need
and
to
Michael
hope these guys get
Schumacher
like
combined.
a puncture.
Yeah. Which, I mean, anything is possible.
Already have pitted. Still in the pits. He has come out 25 seconds behind Darludo, 26 now. As we see Killer get off track a little bit. Really slow there.
And right now, everyone's currently going back on soft, so I don't know if that can help out as far as our leaders or what, but we'll see.
I'm just watching
This is
Darludo and
just
Killer
been
right now.
Such a topsy-turvy race. If you're Heredia, though, I mean,
Yeah.
you can hope something will happen. Even if it doesn't, you're in the top 5 and you're on softs. What are you going to lose?
You really do see Killer duck into the pits as well as Dirty Boy Jackson and Clay. We're gonna have a 5-way finish. I don't see those intermediates lasting much longer.
I'm curious to see. Oh no, those pit stops are way too fast. Heredia is way too far back.
I believe all 4 of them, or yeah, all 3 of them got the Killer. What are you doing? How'd you hit the wall? How'd you? Oh my goodness. Yeah, Heredia wasn't gaining time though on these softs.
Again, entertainment for us, or drama and calamity for them.
See if he got his wing damage already. Oh,
He has no wing.
no wing. As we see Darludo get off track a little bit there almost.
I love your commentary, and you immediately called out whoever. Like that's just great.
Oh my goodness, Darludo's gonna have to pit here. These intermediates will not be lasting as we see him miss multiple braking points this lap. Do we see him pitting in this lap, or do we see him waiting another one? Because he's got side damage too. Unless it's just the way the Red Bull looks.
If we want to keep bringing up Mario Kart items this race, his tires are going to be on bananas every corner, so he's got to pit.
Killer got sniped out of the pit road with a green shell.
I believe that there's no way this doesn't put Clay in the lead.
Oh, and he's serving a penalty for speeding in the pits.
Oh wow!
That'll lose him in position, 2 positions to Clay and Dirty Boy. Might lose his next position to Killer, but he is 22 seconds back in the pits as well. This might only come down to Clay and Dirty Boy.
And look who's in third.
Already in the Ferrari, 7 seconds behind Dirty Boy right now. But I really don't see him making up that much time unless Clay or Dirty Boy get like either penalties or end up spinning on their own.
It's hard to realize. Go ahead, Speed.
At this point, I think Heredia and Darludo will have to rely on Pandemonium. And as speaking of Pandemonium, Porky Dude is just like, you know what? Let's do a donut because why not?
Yeah, he's still that's gonna bring out a safety car. He's still stuck there. He's gonna bring out a safety car. Did he just reset the track?
I think so.
Did he just reset the track with Killer with a 3-second time penalty? Oh, it goes from bad to worse for Killer.
Oh man. Oh no.
You could say that was a real race killer.
Oh, for sure. Killer just killed his own race right there. Quite rough for the Alpine driver.
As we're coming up to 4 laps left here?
Fortunately, he has retired from the session in the pits. He will no longer be racing tonight. As I think we have Heredia in the pits.
Poor dude, he's had enough. First is a knife now.
Dude, as long as Ferg stays alive, man, he's golden. As we have Heredia, who also pitted. I think he's, at this point, just going for the fastest lap of the race. Get those extra bonus points.
I mean, you're getting points regardless, so YOLO, right?
I mean, I'd agree with you there.
2012, but...
Yes, sir.
I mean, Clay is praying. I think all of his prayers have been answered.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just has to hope there's no safety car, because there's still a chance we get a safety car and we have a one-lap shootout. But at this point, I believe if we do get a safety car, we'll end under safety car because of how spread out the field is.
He hoped for a good starting spot and good track position. He won the pole. He hoped to stay relatively up front. He ran in the top 4 all race.
3 laps to go here for Clay.
Yeah, 3 laps to go here, and I gotta say, this has been a up and down roller coaster of
Dirty
a
Boy
race.
with the fastest lap.
Dirty Boy with the fastest lap indeed, and I gotta say, I think next week we'll definitely have to bring this boost back because this has definitely been a lot of fun.
Darludo with the fastest lap now. I'd have to return.
Darlo with the fastest lap. I gotta say, Speed and Baltic, you guys are making things a lot of fun up in the booth. Which, you know, Joker does great. And
Killer, fastest lap. I think it's going to be a battle for the fastest lap this race. He's running a 1:13.6.
I mean, no pun intended, that was a killer lap.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Speed,
you're not wrong.
Speed, I haven't even talked to you in like a couple of days, and yet you're already doing puns. Oh my goodness. Let's just get back to see how Roman's doing. He's currently,
Roman. Come on, buddy.
Yeah.
Get through it, man. Stay alive here. Just be safe.
Electric's favorite pal, that's what I would call him.
Yep, I believe they are besties.
They're best friends. They talk every night in the parties. So,
BFF.
Yeah.
Something I've kind of kept my eye on is Alan's still in the top 5 on mediums.
Yeah, he's gonna get passed by Heredia here. Heredia's on 1 lap softs, basically 2 lap softs here.
He's only got 1 lap to pass him.
Yeah, but he has also got a good amount of ERS.
I mean,
remaining.
If there's anybody who's going to make it tough for Tennessee to pass.
Yeah, we got 2 laps to go here. And he has gone under Allen. But Allen seems to have kept that position so far. But with those mediums, man, they only last so long before the softs start to kick in as well. The amount of the lap differential. Around? Well, yes, but what I mean here is with how unused those softs were with the 2 laps and the mediums with the 7 laps. I mean,
oh, okay,
yeah.
Bit of it's around.
Oh, but Clay is at the white flag.
He's lost 3 positions. Clay taking the white flag.
Well, there goes that top 5.
Well, great point save for Ferrari. He's got to go get that fastest lap now or never.
8th and 9th, what a great day for Ferrari.
And man, at least if they finish the race, decent points there.
Yep. What is that, 3 points combined?
Yeah.
That is...
Yeah,
I think it's like 5. I'll check the rule.
Killer said, well, Heredia may not have capitalized on this opportunity, but I'll have you know.
I don't know how much time Killer has on that penalty, but it's possible Allen can still keep 5th place here.
Oh, not anymore!
As we're in 4th, Allen! R.I.P. LD Allen!
And that's another spot for Furch and Heredia.
Ferrari has moved up in 7th and 8th. Oh my goodness, what a turn of events here. As Clay is coming around the final turn here at the Netherlands. Crossed the line in P1. Clay has won this race.
Clay has
His
won.
prayers have indeed been answered, and he has gone back to back from Austria to the Netherlands. What a drive for excuse me, Clay is praying.
I mean, yeah, his prayers were answered. Dirty Boy Jackson came home in second, and Darludo still gets that podium for McLaren.
That's a
I
weird
think
McLaren
definitely
scheme tonight. Must be like one
this
of
is.
the special tribute schemes.
I think it was a disappointing
We have Worm P4, Killer P5.
finish.
We'll see how that penalty ends up for him. If it's anything more than a... what? How? You know, he crossed the line. Up and... Oh my goodness!
Oh my
There's
goodness.
his death on the front stretch. See if Heredia's AL will also up. Heredia is aiming right for him. Here we go.
Uh-oh, this is gonna hurt.
And
Up, his AI.
they're
Oh,
calling
And
you
then here
out for.
is Fortune. Yeah, I see that ghost. I see you, buddy. I know. Hey, it's Clay. Oh, I know, buddy. But okay, I'll invite the three. I was in
I
the
mean,
podium in the booth.
hey,
driver
it is Clay.
and driver of the day it goes to Dirty Boy Jackson. Thankfully that was not me with the broadcaster's curse this time. That was all on Balsic. So
Yep, that was all me. Broadcaster curse L plus ratio. Do better next time.
He has no wing.
No wing. No front right tire.
Oh.
He is out of the race. So we got
he
Clay.
is done for tonight,
We
y'all.
got what to say.
Electric is super hype about Clay winning.
Dude, they got the dream team. Who else? We got Dirty Boy and then Darludo.
Yep.
Oh, excuse me.
That
Oh
was,
my goodness.
that was the
Oops.
first time there was a burp on the stream.
My
So
bad.
wow. No, you're good. Usually I'd be the one trying not to burp, but you just pretty much did that for me, so
I
thank you.
mean,
And
like,
I'm
what a
typing.
week. What a week for our league. Crab wins Talladega Wednesday
Clay
night.
goes back to back. Killer with the fast slap, by the way.
Clay goes back to back in a rain race in the Netherlands. And Thursday night last night, we had absolute pandemonium at Pocono all night.
As we have our winner, Clay is prime with the new name, becomes a two-time champion for this season so far. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling very great. Me and Electric in our own party, we were celebrating having a little bit of champagne. We were really kicking at it.
Did you have some Wendy's?
Did you get the fofo?
Yeah, Electric had some Wendy's.
Let's go, dude. Wendy's W. All right, Clay. What are your thoughts there on that last restart? What happened?
You mean like where Porky ran me off the track?
Yep.
Yeah. I think he thought it was still dry conditions. The track was still like able to drive on those hards, and then he just wasn't expecting to just lock up right into me and slide into me. Sure, it wasn't like on purpose, obviously, but it kind of did ruin my position. Obviously, he went to fourth, but it didn't ruin it that much. I didn't get damage or anything, so it was okay for the most part.
Well, I mean, I gotta tell you this though. I mean, you pretty much started off on the pole for tonight. Pretty much was in the top five until what we saw was what happened between Darlo and Dirty Boy Jackson. Uh, did you think luck was on your side by the end of the race?
Uh, n- at the end, not really. I thought they were kind of faster than me, so I didn't really expect to go back up to first, and then I started finding a bit of a rhythm with the wets, and yeah, they were driving good, so it wasn't like they were driving bad or anything, but yeah, we were driving equal pace.
Very well said. Speed, do you have anything for our race winner?
Yeah, I just have one question. How confident were you when you found out that this race was going to be ran in the majority with wet conditions.
I wasn't confident because in this game it's really hard to control your car under wet conditions because it will slide out every corner you go through, and it's just really hard to stay on the throttle and keep pace. And I think if it was heavy, like very wet conditions, then I don't think I would have been as competitive as I was today.
Yeah, very well said. We definitely do want to have our podium in here, which we got both. I think we have Darlu. Um, is the other one not coming?
I think Dirty Boy joined already. I thought.
No, he did not. No, it's just
Ah,
Darlu.
I guess not. Well, welcome to the booth, Arludo. P finished P3 tonight. Yes, you were in the Red Bull, but those points do go to McLaren. Thoughts on tonight's race?
Terrible. But podium's good.
Hey man, points are points. I understand how bad races can go sometimes. Great job bouncing back. I know it was the rain. And how familiar were you with the track tonight with the rain?
Well, I love Zandvoort. It's my favorite track. Just made a setup mistake. I actually had a dry setup instead of the wet setup,
Mm,
and I'm surprised I drove that well. But yeah, I could tell with clay coming, it was only a matter of time. And I noticed I had to start pushing and pushing, and then coming onto the main straight, I hit the wall, and yeah, that pretty much ended the race for me.
I gotcha. Well, Jake and Speed, would you like to say something?
Speed, go ahead.
No, I have no questions, but definitely a good run for you, and hopefully you can continue having these runs in the future.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Good job bouncing back tonight, and I think we'll get our last call for Dirty Boy to join the booth. See what he's up to.
I'll say hopefully we can get just to have him in here. At least
I think I
hopefully.
have the right one in here. I'm pretty sure that's just the correct name.
Yeah, you got him on here. I don't
I
think he's one
mean,
to join.
in this type of situation, I'm not sure they would be upset if you invited fourth, and Worm is a pretty good interview. So, worst case scenario, you can always call out Worm if you don't want to. I mean,
We could probably get Worm up in here. Dirty Boy, I don't think he has any interest in joining the booth tonight, so
Willie is the dirty boy.
indeed.
So,
Let me
if
get Worm in here.
that's uh,
See if he'll end up joining.
While we're
I'm
waiting,
going to turn off the system.
should we give a little rundown of next week? Just
He is
kind
getting
of
in here.
yeah, I'll say I think I have that pulled up. So once when we do go live next week, I think we are heading to Miami. Oh boy,
Ooh, the
that's
new
gonna be a
track.
fun one. Oh boy, beautiful Miami outside of the Hard Rock Stadium where the Dolphins play.
I would think so. It's right along. I thought it was
yes,
right along the coast a little
yes
bit.
it is. Well, that
Is
so
it the
is the
coast?
stadium. So,
Gotcha. Well, let's pause that real fast for a minute.
but
Worm, welcome. Fourth position. How do you feel?
Oh man, I feel really tired. I mean, I don't even know how I got myself up into fourth. I don't know, man. I was out of the race for a few laps dealing with some internet issues, and that knocked me all the way down to 12th. But just kept my nose clean, got up into fourth at the end of the day, so pretty happy.
Gotcha, man. Good way to bounce back there, as I believe we did see you when I got there. Said you disconnected from the session. Seems to be a
mhm.
problem for Mercedes all day today. I think just with Miss Hopes in the D2 race, it might have just been dinner time, which I would have left for that as well. Not gonna lie, so
Yeah.
I can't blame him for that. But any thoughts on today's race besides lagging out? Maybe the forecast, the weather.
Yeah. Weather forecast was real unpredictable. Made some pit stops under safety car, and I changed to hards, and by the end of the safety car, me and Alan, we were on the same strategy for the majority of the race. We both had to go in for inners, and we were like we had like a 15-second gap to the cars in front. So I thought we were dead in the water right there, but had some luck towards the end of the race. So just real happy, real happy.
Real quick, I definitely do want to ask all three of you gentlemen first before we do get you to top up the air. So, like I mentioned before, we are heading to Miami next week. Definitely going to be a first time we get just a call from Miami. So, real quick, Warmel, do you have any thoughts on Miami next week?
Miami is a new circuit. I'm still learning how to drive it, so I don't know if I'm going to be competitive, but I'll definitely be practicing. It's a unique circuit, that's for sure, and I think it'll create some exciting racing.
All right. Darlo, your thoughts?
Hello?
Is that for
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
thoughts on
Your
Miami?
thoughts? Yeah.
Oh. Um. Well, I mean, Miami's pretty much a weird track, to be honest. A lot of long straights with slow corners, so downforce and straight line speed are going to be big. So, I would probably say whoever has the most well balanced car will win. Probably a little heavy on the straight line speed, so because you got to defend. So yeah, I probably would say that. But for my thoughts, home track, probably a podium.
All right. And of course, our race winner, Clay, what's your thoughts on Miami?
I think it'll be a fun race. I'll be excited to see what will happen in the very slow chicane. Maybe a lot of wrecks, maybe not, but it'll be yeah, like I said, a fun race. And for me, I think I can do decent, but I'm not really consistent throughout that track, so it was gonna be a hit or miss for me.
Very well said. Well, gentlemen, a great night of racing. Congratulations to all three of you for finishing podium. Hopefully, we'll see you guys next week once we're going to go live to Miami.
Yep. Thank you for having us.
All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Take care.
No problem. No problem. Well, by the way, well, guys, I gotta say that was a very interesting night. First night race of the, or not night race, sorry, rain race of the season. A lot of craziness happened, and you know what? I gotta say, this is by far the most interesting F1 season as of yet. Before we do hop off the air, Speed, any final thoughts on what you see before we hop off the air?
Definitely a very intriguing and interesting race. I'm excited about next week in Miami. Miami's a newer track. It's also a difficult track. I think that'll be very interesting.
All right. And of course, ball stick. I don't know if he's still munching on whatever he's
Yeah.
eating, but you good?
Yeah, with next week we got Miami. It is a very tight track. It is kind of like Jeddah with how skinny the walls are. Like you have no runoff room besides maybe a few corners. There are a couple tight sections like the uphill chicane, which is slightly uphill, but it is a very tight chicane, which I believe we will see a couple safety cars caused by the sausage curbs there too.
All right, well, very well said, guys. But that is our coverage here tonight at the Netherlands. I gotta say, for a first time back in the booth, I had a lot of fun, and I definitely want both of you guys, hopefully, to come back and join me for Miami, because this is gonna be a wild race. It's gonna be a very fun race. But before we do hop off the air, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Don't miss out on our NASCAR series for Truck Series Wednesday nights at around 8:40ish, I believe is what we usually start time. And of course, our doubleheader for both the Xfinity and Cup Series next Thursday. Make sure you guys check us out on Instagram at Hennessy Performance League on Instagram. But until then, for Ballstick, for Speed Racer, I am Jake saying so long, and we'll see you guys at Miami.
Yes, sir. Everyone who stopped in, have a great rest of your night. And we'll
Great
see
night.
you come, I think, Wednesday. Yep.
Yep.
Have a good night.